Oh, back to the old tannery. Let me tell you something. It's got a whole different feel to it than the last time I came here. Digging a real cherry seeded dime will do that to you. Beginning to wonder if they had anything left to give, and then that showed up. So let me tell you, I'm all full of expectation today. So let's go see what we can get on. Alright, so not off to the most glorious start. Got a couple pieces of cancel and a bullet. But I like the bullet. You know what's funny? I was actually hoping for one of these today. I thought it'd be cool. I hadn't dug one in a while. I love finding these things. Check it out. A beautiful little musket ball. And I don't think it's fired either. Unfired musket ball. Those don't ever get old. But I tell you what, they ring up really weird. They do. I've dug those and I swore they were a penny. And that one peaked in the mid 60s. And then by the time I got it to the top of the plug there, it was reading 52 repeatedly. So I never figured that out, but that's a cool find. Love it. First rattlesnake of the year. Right there. Old timber rattler. Somebody got that one. And a piece of printing plate with no script on it. So I'll take that. Feels like lead. Oh, wow. Oh, this was real unexpected. Guys, I think I've got another silver. What the heck's going on here? I don't dig silver at the tannery usually. And that was such a crapola signal. Big old chunk of iron. There's like pieces of broken iron all in here. You see that? What have we got? What have we got? It feels crusty. This is so much fun. I can't make it out, which may be a good thing. Cannot make it out. I don't want to rub it, especially after pulling that last seeded. Oh, it's definitely seen its better days. I'm hoping that's a barber. I ain't even gonna dream about another seeded. Well, let me put a little spit on it. I'm gonna turn it off for your sake, so you ain't got to watch that nastiness. Hopefully I'm screaming when I come back on. All right. check it out, guys. It's a barber. 18. This thing's so crusty. I'm having a hard time. I keep looking at it thinking something's wrong with it. I think it's 1889. Look at that right there at the top. You see that? I hope that wasn't me. It might have been though. Might have did a little kissy on it. But that's what it is. I can't see if there's a mint on it. Spit time, hold on. I always hated watching people do that on video. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. See a mint mark? I don't. Alright, that is awesome. I'll take that all day long. I cannot believe. And you know what's funny? I don't think I'd ever dug an 1800 silver before that seeded. And so the very next silver is another 1800s silver. Wow, that is awesome. There's a Winchester New Rival head stamp. I like old head stamps. Alright guys, I thought about this for a little bit, and I think here's what we're going to do with this coin right here. All three of these coins came out of the same field, and I'm just showing you these to kind of show you how most of the silver comes out. That's water washed. That's all I do to them. And sometimes there's a little staining like that on the back, but they come out, you know, fairly clean. And then there's this. So what happened to this coin? Apart from me smacking it with the shovel there. But there seems to be like a big pit. Almost looks like a skull instead of a face. It's really rough. Has kind of a sandy texture. Do you think that was a fire? Because I've never found a silver like it. Well, you really have to turn this coin to see the detail. So I'm going to do something I've never done before, and we are going to clean that coin. I'm going to give it a soak in some lemon juice, and then I'm going to make a paste of baking soda with a little lemon juice and do a little rubbing on this coin. I don't think we can make it any worse. I hope not. But it's pretty rough, so we're going to try to make that one a little better. I'll show you the end result. Alright, so there is the finished product, and that's where I'm going to stop with it. I think it is fire damage. It's a little bit easier to see. The date's a little bit easier to see, which is one of the goals I had, and some of the lettering. Back's a little bit nicer too. So that's good enough for me. Hey, the fire damage is just part of the story, right? I like it. Alright guys, I'm just cleaning out the Jeep, and like every other digger's vehicle, I could dig potatoes probably in the back floorboards, but I had these in there and had every intention of going over these a couple videos ago. The last arrowhead that I found, a little arrowhead field, I had several questions on how do you find arrowheads, and I went through on a second day hunt after I'd found some good points, and this is what I came up with, and I thought, well, this is a good opportunity to maybe share a little bit of what I know about it, which isn't a whole lot. You need to know the material that was being used to manufacture these points and blades and stuff. You need to know what it is. For a lot of you in the Northeast, Midwest, it's going to be a flint. It's just it's the highest quality material. It just holds its shape, and so that's what they predominantly used. And that comes in a variety of colors, grays, and I mean even the charts come in, you know, oranges and You just need to kind of talk to some people that have found things in your area and say, what are they finding? What does it look like? And then sear it into your brain. For me, it's this quartz. And even it comes in a variety of colors. It's hard to tell in this light, but that's a little bit of a peach or an orange color. And then, of course, you've got just this snow white color. Some of it can be a bit grayer. Thank you. That's sweet. You want it back now?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So, anyway, what I really rely on is the shape. Now, you look at all of these are flakes. They came from the manufacturing process, you know, making these points. Here's a good example. You see these hollow kind of canoe-shaped bevels. The piece itself has got some twist to it. That's been flaked off of a larger piece. And when you drive a flake, that sort of stuff happens. So when you start finding these thin slivers, well, you're in an area that they were napping some stones. So start paying attention. Just to help you spot things, if you notice, the edges of all these are jagged. You know, if I'm hunting in a field that's got, you know, river stone in it, now, I mean, an artifact can look a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different artifacts, but if I'm looking for arrowheads, I'm looking for this jagged sort of edge. In fact, that edge right there seems to be worked. I gotta be careful. It is worked. I worked it. I've been messing around with napping myself, and so sometimes I beat on these flakes just to see the end result. But yeah, fooled myself there. I thought, man, that looks napped. Just because of the little ridges. It's still a good example. And then you're also looking for things other than points. So this is a piece of pottery. That's the lines right there that was left by the maker. The design on the outside of the pot. The inside is smooth, and the center is usually going to be a couple different colors. An outside layer, an inside layer. So know your material. That's the best tip I can give you. There's another little piece of worked flint. That may have been a snapped base off of the back of a point right there. Okay, I hope that helps. It's kind of basic, but that's where you need to start.